Welcome back, y'all. Welcome back to another video, man. This is a much needed and a much important video. So stick tuned if you are a younger man, or hell, even if this is the reason why I believe that every man should hit rock bottom, because it really comes down to that point, right, where you are going to face adverse things in your life, right? You might lose that girl who you thought was the damn one, and one day she's like, I'm gone, see ya, adios. Or you might have that job that you are holding dear to, or that friend who you thought was going to be loyal to you and betrays you, ends up going behind your back. It's unfortunate. Sometimes we really have to learn certain lessons. Hopefully it does not have to cost you your life, right? But all those moments, and I'm making this video really because I was watching this video of this guy and he was talking about his own journey, and I could actually relate to what he was saying. He was like, damn, I had made all these goals to want to get in better shape, to want to be more financial, but then I felt like I couldn't do it, right? I felt like I didn't have the power to, or the strength to really get past it, until my mom's uncle died. And then she went into this really bad place and she couldn't support herself, and I couldn't support her or anyone else in my family. And ever since that day, I decided to really get my shit together and to really get on track with my fitness, my job, my everything. And that's the same way I felt, right? It really takes something really painful. And the reason why I'm even here right now, even making this video, is because a lot of painful things in my life happened, right? Where I had to cut off certain people, right? I thought that people saw me this one way, but no, they weren't. Or there were some people who just didn't want to see the best outcome for me, right? And you just have to be able to just assess those losses. And it's so easy to be bitter, and it's so easy to really, because a lot of people sometimes get very addicted to pain, right? Because it's what they know, it's what they're comfortable with, and they don't want to. Being in that state of being angry can feel a lot more easier than to actually step up and to actually do something monumental, right? Something that is actually going to change your life. And for me, it really took a bad breakup. It really took me here, right, from getting kicked out of our apartment and to just moving in back, and to really having to figure everything out, and to really feel like I am not enough, or to feel like I'm not where I need to be. And I'm still not where I need to be, but I'm just here to say, right, you need that pain. You need that stepping point. You need to hit that point in your life, because most of us are very comfortable, right? Most of us don't feel that pain as nearly as much, right? Because as humans, we need that pain. But most importantly, as a man, you need that pain to really fire something in you. That's the reason why I decided to get in shape, right? Because I didn't want to just blend in with everyone else, right? I just wanted to wake up and be proud of the man that I am, right? To inspire my future kids, right? When they look at me, I want them to think, hey, I view my dad as a superhero, and I want my future shorty to look at me like, damn, I'm proud of this man, right? He's not only fit, ripped, but he's also a hard worker, and he's a go-getter, and he's confident. And for me, and I'm gonna show, and I'm gonna just insert pictures, right, of me. Cause hey, listen, I've been super skinny, I've been a little bit overweight, and then my current form, which I'm lean, fit, aesthetic, right? All those points, and once again, even me starting up this YouTube channel, I had pains, right? There were pains. I had to hit rock bottom. It was points where I was so stressed, I could not sleep. I have gray hairs at certain points because I was so stressed out about everything, finances, right? And just my girl at the time, and all those moments like that, I felt like I was gonna give up. I felt like I didn't want to go on, but it was that pain that really ignited something in me as a man. And once you start to ignite that pain, bro, there's that sense of leaning into that, right? And just helping you develop your character of being consistent and disciplined and just an absolute powerhouse, right? Because you want to achieve your dreams, but sometimes you just need that extra push, man. Sometimes when that pain comes in, listen, I understand it's gonna hurt. You might be down for a tiny bit, right? But let that pain really drive you. Let that pain really push you forward instead of it letting it eat at you and just letting it slowly kill you, right? And that's what really brings out, you see, and that's what really separates the strong men versus the weak men, is when that pain hits, is when you are at the bottom, when you feel like you've lost everything and there is no hope. That's when you look up. You're like, God, I know I'm counted as blessed, right? Because through all these pains and through all these trials that I'm going through, I know that you will see me through. I know that I will be successful and that I will push through and push forward and propel into something greater. And that's why I believe that this is one of my most important videos. And that even latches on a part of why I decided to get better with women, or wanted to get better with women, was because when I was younger, I struggled when it came to women. Sure, I had the looks, right? But the looks can only get you in the door, right? Somebody said that looks only give you 5 more seconds. That's it, right? So you still have to have some kind of a personality. You still have to have some kind of an edge to you as a man, even if you are an attractive guy, right? Or people consider you attractive and they tell you that, right? That's what it comes down to, right? You have to be able to develop yourself as a man, and all those pains created my character from this day, right? I can say that I'm quite decent when it comes to women, right? I know the game. I know how to spark certain things, right? It's not that difficult because I've had thousands, well, not thousands, but I've had hundreds of reps, right? Hundreds of reps at this point. And that pain till this day can sometimes still keep me going. Damn, well, I know that I have to get my bread up, right? I know that I have to be in better shape, right? But really, I didn't really get in shape for women. I really got in shape, quite honestly, because I wasn't proud of myself. I wasn't, when I looked in the mirror, because my goal ever since I was 10, I was like, yo, I want a 6-pack so bad, but I didn't know how to achieve that, right? All those get abs in 30 days. I would do that, no abs, because a part of getting abs is being lean. And I wasn't lean and I didn't have muscle. So I was just like, so I was either skinny or a little bit overweight. And so I couldn't really see my abs. But it was last year I decided no more messing around. I'm actually going to achieve this thing. And I'm not going to sit here and bullcrap. It was challenging, right? But it's not impossible. Anybody can get in shape, right? You just have to want it bad enough, and the pain just has to be there, right? If you are strictly relying on motivation to get you to any pinpoint in life that you want to get to, you must hit rock bottom for you to truly want it, for you to truly want to be successful, for you to truly be great. You can watch even Michael Jordan had his pains, right? He had his pains and he had to go through several trials for him to be the greatest right now, right? For him to be considered one of the greatest basketball players in history, right? So you as a man has to face that pain. You have to face that pain for you to truly have it move you. Because a lot of people rely on just, oh, this year I'm gonna be better with dating. Oh, this year I'm gonna get in shape. Sure, you could do that for 2 weeks and then quit, right? Why do you think gyms are full in January and then February comes, everything just hits? Valentine's Day, people are buying chocolate, people are going out, eating, after diet, we don't care, we just wanna have fun, right? Versus the people who got broken up with are just probably in the gym still grinding because of that pain of wanting to really be great, that pain of really making that person indirectly pay for what they did to you, right? You want to really make them pay, but once the storm settles down, you could look back, laugh a little bit, be like, ah, goofy girl. See, now I have a hotter girl. You can do things like that once you've subsided, right? And you can sort of keep that in the vault to really keep you motivated. But it's not really about even being motivated, but those principles, just that pain will, trigger into your habits, right? You should let it trigger you into being consistent, being disciplined, being just ambitious, right? And just not quitting. That's all I want to say. Like, seeps into everything else, right? If you feel like right now you are overweight and you feel like you can't lose weight, okay, what's the pain to that, right? Don't you want to make your family proud, your future family, your future wife? Don't you want her so attracted to you? Every time she sees you, she just can't keep her hands off of you, and women will do that. Trust me. Been there, and it still happens, right? Do you just imagine yourself being that guy? You're walking in the street and women are just catcalling you. It sounds crazy, but when I got in shape, that literally happens, right? Like, I had women driving to stop traffic just to talk to me, bro. And that's recently happened when I got in shape. Before that, it never happened, right? You imagine when you were younger and all these women would just friend zone you and, tell you constantly, oh, they not ready to date right now. And then 2 weeks later, you see them with a dude. That shit will crush you as a man. And I've been there too. We've all been there, man. And it hurts, right? Man, there were some very hurtful things that some women said. It wasn't necessarily it was never about my looks. It was about my personality at that point. And I was like, dang, bro, like, had to come at me like that. Like, first ex was like, yeah, too, passive, something like that. I was like, okay, you're too XYZ. I was like, oh, got it. Now I know how to move, right? And all those things formed and molded me, right? And I took those pains and I got better. And now women don't tell me any of those things now, right? Because I know how to move, right? And when it comes to really getting fit, I let that pain of me looking at myself and not being happy to really want to change, right? And not just be, oh, next year. No, bro, start now, right? You want that business, right? Like, want to be financially free. You find something and you stick to it, bro. And that's what I'm doing now, like figuring out things that will help me move out, man. Using that pain of feeling like, well, if I want a family one day, I have to be financially literate, right? Like, I have to be financially stable. And I can't do that if I'm not pushing myself to be better. But yeah, I hope that this video helps y'all, man. And I really hope that this video pushes y'all to really do better. And you are in that stage right now. It's okay to feel hurt, but you must move on from that. Don't become addicted and angry and bitter and numb, right? Let it push you forward, let you rise up, and you will be a great man if you let yourself be that man through that pain, through that struggle, through that adversity, man. But if you enjoyed this, I appreciate you. Thank you for watching. Peace out.